The following content are the expressed thoughts, views, ideas, and opinions of the individuals and guests of the Nerds Have Spoken podcast. This podcast may contain adult language and themes not suitable for children under the age of 17. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Please stand by while we wait for the cast of the Nerds Have Spoken. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
All right, hey, what's up, y'all? This is Jason Lowry on the Nerds Have Spoken. I'm here with my partners in crime this week. We are very, very light, as you can tell. We got some Cocoa Smooth, and we got Sideswipe 523. How you guys doing?
Doing swell.
Yeah?
Not too swell. My Clippers are getting their ass whooped, as always. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. So, Yule, let's go to you real quick. How was your week, dude?
Well, it was okay once we got one victory. When I got that one victory, it was cool. But the second loss, I had a very difficult time taking because I feel that we got robbed on that one. It's the way the whole thing went down. And yesterday didn't feel any better because I feel like towards the end, last 7 seconds of the thing, the refs found a way to botch things too. But other than that, I'm still happy because the Clippers have never gone this far ever. So it's new territory. We're so close to getting, to gold. You know what I mean? That anything that happens, I'm more hungry for the win for. Because, in LA, we're the biggest joke in all of LA next to the Chargers, I think.
Damn.
Between the Chargers and the Clippers, those two are the biggest. Nobody gives a shit about them in LA kind of situation. So I just want them to win so I could just tell all the other LA fools, yeah, that's right, the real, the better LA team.
And we didn't have to have LeBron on the team. What?
That's right. But in an ironic twist of fate, it's possible that Kawhi, because he's not actually committed to the Clippers, he might still sign up with the Lakers.
Yep. And
my loyalties will be ever so torn because I'm a big Kawhi fan. He's from here, so I'm a bigger Kawhi fan than I am Clipper, just because Kawhi's from here. You know what I mean? So I will follow him. But I've been following the Clippers longer than I've known Kawhi, but still Kawhi's my guy. So I'll follow him even if he goes to the purple and gold. Not that I hate the purple and gold. I don't have, but man, their fan base is annoying as fuck, dude. But that's just from a Clipper fan. I imagine that the people that, I don't know, I'm just thinking that a lot of people in Detroit must be happy that the Clippers have gotten this far with a lot of their former players that joined us, like Reggie Jackson.
Absolutely.
So I'm hoping y'all are wishing us well, just for those, at least just those two, and you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's how my week really has gone. I went on a straight anime binge because of the Prime Day. I bought a lot of $5 Amazon Prime straight to video animes, and dude, I
buy some more hentai and shit like that.
Yeah, pretty well. It's not really hentai. I wish it was though, but no. But yeah, I watched a lot of Black Clover. Huh?
So a Japanese porn, get into it.
There's not enough tentacles in this one though. That's the thing.
Oh. Testicles.
Whoa.
Tentacles. Like,
to each their own, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but I thought Black Clover was pretty good. Overlord, Demon Lord retry. There's a lot of Overlord, Demon Lord kind of things going. Things that were on sale, and I picked them up. Even Cowboy Bebop remix was on sale for $5. So for Amazon, but I already picked it up on Vudu, which is why I was tempted to get it for Amazon just because for $5.
Well, it should be showing up on Amazon if your Vudu and all that shit's connected.
It's not one of those that doesn't fall under ultraviolet or
Movies Anywhere,
movies
whatever
anywhere.
it is.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
just good. Yeah. So
Mm.
I gotta. And the one thing that's frustrating about Amazon is that their user interface sucks. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Vudu. It's so much easier to search your movies on Vudu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Voodoo much better than fucking Amazon Prime.
Agreed. Otherwise, I think that the sales were pretty good. And dude, yeah, I got all these seasons for $5, and it was just too hard to resist. When normally those things are like $20 plus. So
You start binge watching.
oh yeah, that
Yeah, no
too.
shit.
So I got to. Well, I mean, but here's the funny thing. I don't know if you guys ever watched Naruto or any of those other.
Seen a couple of the Naruto's.
So
Same here.
okay, basically, all the shows that I got, the formula for Naruto is the same. You know, I mean, like it's the same as Naruto. Always some kid that's struggling. He goes to a school of some kind. Like, for example, Naruto, they go to ninja school, right? Well, Black Clover, they're going to magic school. So it's like Naruto meets Harry Potter. You know? Except the twist is the main character.
Some wizard ninjas. Holy shit, that'd be
Right.
badass.
The wizards in this one, the ones that picked him up, are the delinquents. Like if there's the degenerates are the ones that.
It's like, what is it? The Magicians, that TV show, right? Like they were
Right.
like the delinquents of shit.
Yeah, this one. These are the team of degenerates picked the main character to join their squad. While the rest of
I can relate to that, man, because I watched some Gundam anime, man. So it's similar stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Except they're getting into mobile suits,
Yeah,
but they're in school and
Exactly.
other stuff. So
I believe that Iron Blooded Orphans was on sale too, but I just bought so much that I ran out of money to.
You
But
need
I
to get
would've-
one less pop this week. Like, yeah.
Well, you're about to see how little pops that I got as a result of all the Amazon Prime videos that I ended up.
Bet.
So. But other than that, that was pretty much my week as far as doing. And of course, I got caught up with all the stuff that normal people be watching. Disney
Well,
Plus.
how was your Father's Day? Your pops.
Oh man, yeah, that was a little awkward because like the problem is I wanted to get my dad some good, but he never tells me what he really wants, and he only implied that he wanted to eat at this expensive ass steakhouse in downtown. But man, that's the one thing I don't like doing. Like I don't like eating out. I mean, I don't mind spending the money, it's whatever, but it's downtown, and I fucking hate going downtown. Like I hate it, and it's just not in me to be the dude to reserve stuff during Father's Day too in downtown. And you're telling me I'm gonna park in down, try to rough it in downtown. And to be honest, also, like, man, I'm one of those people who don't even Uber either. So I don't even have.
Yeah, I don't Uber either, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that
So-
shit. I don't either. So I drive
would've-
everywhere.
Yeah, I don't trust nobody grabbing my food.
So I felt kind of bad that, I kind of made me, I had to reevaluate my stuff. Like, man, am I just lazy or something was going on? Because like everybody else the rest of the world seems to be able to just, get an Uber for people to go and do stuff. But yeah, I'm just not social like that. I'm more of a hermit kind of thing. And it's,
Yeah.
and I hate fighting for spots on holidays. You know what I mean? That's never been me. I didn't do it for my mom, and so if I did it for my dad, then my mom would have felt a certain kind of way too. You know what I mean? So
She would kind of got like dirty.
okay, I see how it is. Yeah.
She'll
Yeah,
be like,
you
all
would've got-
right, you better
would've
step
got
your
the
game
stank
up
eye.
for Mother's Day.
I know. We got Denny's, and here we're going to a real steakhouse now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so
Yeah, you would have got
Mama,
the side eye the whole time.
right. So we ended up spending Father's Day mostly at my sister's house. Thank God she cooked for us, and all I did was pretty much I told my mom, well, when you guys go to the store, whatever it is, just pay for it and say that it's on me. So for Father's Day, 'cause, you know what I mean?
Pull out the
So-
backup $2,000 credit card, hide it in the
Card,
wallet.
Yeah.
That I can do, but ask me to plan and coordinate, these things, and that's probably why I'm still single too, because I could never plan dates to do that kind of thing. That's just never been me to think of romantic places to go.
That's it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Side swipe.
What's up?
Good.
What's up?
Tell them how was your week? What'd you do?
Well, let's start with Father's Day real quick.
Yep.
As you guys know, my dad passed away day after Christmas of 2018.
Yeah.
So my mom wanted to go see him, so we went out to the cemetery. It's a real nice military cemetery. You've probably seen the pictures online. And so we went out there, spent some time. Let mom do her thing, talk to dad and stuff. Took my kid out there. I always tell my kid, I'm like, hey man, I'm like, go talk to dad, and he won't. I'm like, you just talk to him in his head, I guess. But so anyway, we get done there. We end up going out to eat. We came back. My brother had a barbecue.
Nice.
Yeah. So we went to my brother's, man. Had a nice little family barbecue. Yeah, it was pretty good, man. Had a lot of laughs. Probably some old buddies from high school and stuff showed up. So,
Nice,
my mom came. We tried to get her out of the house as much as possible. We don't like her sitting at home by herself.
Yeah.
So, but it was a good time, man. We had a good time. But other than that, that's that. This week, man, I'm in the automotive business, right? I'm a technician at a Chevy dealership. So cars have been slim to none. Nothing. Like I had my paychecks. This is the worst paychecks I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
Yeah,
So-
and everybody, just so you let you know, his OnlyFans is sideswipe523, so that we hook him up. So.
Yeah. If you're on Xbox, that's my gamer tag. Hit me up.
Yep, that too.
Yep.
It's fun when you're
Go ahead,
talking
brother.
about the cemetery your dad was buried at. So I imagine it's like a VA kind of one, right?
Yeah. He actually buried him for free there, man, which was really cool.
That's the
Nice.
funny thing. Me and my dad were discussing this when we went to attended a funeral for one of our relatives. Right? My dad said, "Yeah, I got a plot ready here too." I said, "Shit, I'm gonna see if you can try to get me next to you too."
Damn, see, I knew you were lying. You had a plan. See, you said you don't have plans ever, and you just planned something. There you
Well, I
go.
mean, I didn't plan it. I asked my dad. I said, "Dad, if you and Mom are going to be in that lot, just ask them if you could save space for me since I'm a veteran."
Right. Well, see, that's the end game of the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, "Yeah, let's." And it was of course, it's fun. Well, I don't know if it was necessarily the best time to joke about it.
No, you're good, man, because it's funny you mentioned that because my mom will actually get buried there for free, like on top of him. So
I know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
One of the best perks for me about having joined too. I was like, yes, I never have to worry about where I'm.
Yeah. See me, I told my son, you're just gonna cremate me. That's it. So, yep, mom will bury you right on top of him, man. I ain't gotta just pay for like the actual funeral part of it, but not the burial.
The services, yeah.
What I was gonna ask was like
Yeah.
when I was young, before I joined my Christian group, that I wanted to be cremated too and put my ashes in comic book ink, so that if it's a 9.8 somewhere in the world, I'm in there. Slapped at a 9.8.
Dude, do you want to be? Hey, I got a question. So, do you want your ashes to be cremated and just put that and get that graded as a 9.8?
That's what I'm saying. I can't
sleeve,
though.
that, not a comic book.
Yeah.
Sleeve of ashes.
I would have loved to before I learned that, according to scripture, we can't. We're not allowed to do that way. It made me sad because I'm like, damn it,
dude. What you need to do is you need to get like one of the last pictures of you, just like this, and just put it in the. Just put it in the sleeve and just have it graded, and just have like a little bit of ash. Like, what you do is you burn part of the corner of the paper, and then you put your actual ashes at the bottom, and just be like, yeah. I'm so bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry about that. I before I forget, I had to bring that part up of the
Nice.
The
No, yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah.
How was the rest of your week, Chris?
Dude, we've been getting busy at work, man. I needed this, man. My paychecks were plummeting, man. I'm like, as you can see, I have toys to pay for.
Yeah, no shit.
BBTS pre-orders and stuff, or
yep, plenty of them.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. Yeah, man, we've been picking up, man. My paychecks have been boosting, this last week. In the meantime, though, I've been having to collect underemployment as much as I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
You know, I work hard for my money, but don't get me wrong. Like, if they're going to offer it, I work for it and I'm going to take it.
Right.
You know,
agreed.
So,
now,
I mean, there's
like you, excuse me, sorry about that. When you when I was on my unemployment for a little bit, I was only on it for like 3 weeks, and they did they actually make you go and do certain shit, or did they just not care what you did? You just filed every week and that was it, or what?
Right. No, we just filed and that was it. I didn't have to go do any of that stupid shit, man.
Dude, I had to go take classes. I had to like watch videos and like report stuff every week. I'm like, damn, I was like, this really is a job. They are making me work for it, aren't they?
No, that's crazy. No, because like now we have to file applications in through the system, like under their site. And it's like one a week. They want us, make sure he's working. But the thing is I am working. I have a job. So why do I have to go put applications in when I already have a job? Like, that's the thing that bothers me. You know, I don't get paid by the hour. Like, I have an hourly rate, but I get paid flat rate. So I get paid by the job. Yeah. You know, and if there ain't no work, I ain't making no money.
One, right.
So, yeah, but, and the way I work, it's like kind of like a loophole, being commission based, so I can collect that underemployment. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to get off that stuff.
Yeah. I used to sell cars for a living back in the day, and when those months, when there were months where I wasn't doing as well, I I know what it feels. I understand what it feels like. That shit sucks.
It does.
Because you're like, man, if for at least for me, if I don't sell, at some point, I'm gonna get cut. And what makes
there'll be oodles and noodles for quite a long time, one or the other.
Right?
Like.
Yeah, I'm the prep guy at work, so I put all the accessories and stuff on the cars. Like the spoilers and all the roof racks and all the fancy stuff people have in cars, like interior lighting and all that. I got to wire all that up.
Nice.
So,
like
so from the dealer,
I like that. That's cool.
So the stuff comes from the dealer, right? And then they order their cars or something, and you put on the extra packages.
Yeah, it'll say like dealer install, and then like the name of the part. Like I'll have to do like they call it a bar, and it goes on the Silverado or the Colorado, and it's got like the big it's got the brake light on the back, but it's like a big bar, and you can mount those fog light things on the top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I do some of those. I got to wire them up. It's whatever, like certain vehicles, man, like the really high end ones will get like a ton of stuff put on it. You know, low end ones, I'll have to change out the gold bow ties for the black bow ties. You know, just little stuff like that. But that's, you know, I get paid to do it. You know, and
have you ever gotten irritated at an install one time where like you just wanted to pull out a shift knob and put a dildo there instead?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I just did one recently, man. It was a truck with the bar on it, but I had to put the lights on the top, man. But this thing had like 4 different wiring harnesses I had to install, man. And like, I can do all that stuff, but I'm not a fan of wires. Like wires they take me a long time, and they're not my forte, if you will.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that one almost got the dildo shifter.
That'd be awesome. We used to do pranks like that to people all the time at car meets. We would go to their car, they would leave it unlocked, and then we would unscrew their shift knob and put like a dildo shift knob on it just to mess with people.
Yep. So yeah, man, we've been picking up. You know, money's been coming in. Nice. You know, so
congratulations on that, dude. How's it feel to start like actually working again?
Dude, it's great, man. Like I was standing around for the longest time just doing like whatever I could to make, you know, a couple bucks, like tire repairs and shit like that. Like, you know, coming up, like when I first started, like that's what I was doing was, you know, oil changes and tires and tire repairs. Like, you know, I'm older now, like way older and past that stage. I don't want to do that shit anymore.
So does your job require knee pads?
No, at the very beginning, like I would wear them to set the hoist on the cars, but now I'm, you know, I just get down there like and just put them on. I don't even wear knee pads anymore.
Nice. So you're a pro now.
Yeah, I moved up. I'm top level.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the good news is at least you know how to do that. There are people out here who don't know how to do any of that.
Yep, those are called your backyard guys, man. Your backyard mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Did you do anything this week, or you just kind of, now that you're back to work, did you and Kim and the kids do anything, or?
Kim's been taking care of her mom. You know, she's been staying there, but the last couple of days she's been back home. I think she's trying to like slowly work it out to where she can come back home all the time. And she's got a caretaker taking care of her mom Monday through Friday.
Nice.
She goes to work. So, yeah, but she's been home on the weekends. But we went out to breakfast this morning and yesterday morning with Mom.
Nice.
And actually, I took my mom out this morning with my son. Kim couldn't make it. She goes to church on Sundays. You know, me, I usually go out toy hunting on Sundays.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
You got your steeple, I got mine.
That's right.
Target.
You know, hey, I can worship God here in my own mind. You know, but she does her thing.
Yeah, and you pray to God all the time. You go up and you're like, thank God it has this G.I. Joe. Like, you know,
that's
there
right.
You go, right there. Like,
yep. That's my for the moment.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, work's picking up, making money, doing good, bro.
Nice, dude. That's awesome. So
that's what's up.
Oh man, for me, my week was pretty light. So it's kind of funny. So I ended up at work. They had me taking this certification, and it's this company called CommScope, and it's basically like Chris's favorite, wiring. So they had me design buildings like data centers and shit like that, and everything else from fiber and copper, like learning all this, like, you know, all this crazy shit. They had me doing fire protection, like anything low voltage wiring, basically, not like, you know, electrical wiring, you know, like for outlets and shit, but low voltage. And I was doing all this stuff, and I was killing it. There's like 10 lessons, right? Total, like 25 videos per lesson or something like that. And there's questions in between each video. Of questions in the videos, and then you had to take an assessment after each like lesson, right? So I'm sitting there taking it, and I aced through the first couple of them. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be easy. And then I get to the one with fire protection. And dude, I don't know jack shit about fire protection. And then I get to that, and it's like boom, 68, and I was like, oh come on.
Damn.
So so I ended up not doing well on that one, but it doesn't matter because it mattered on the overall score of all the lessons and all the stuff. So I'm like, okay. So then I worked twice as hard to try to do this, and I crammed like crazy in like a 3-day period. And after everything was said and done, I ended up, dude, I got a 91 on the whole entire thing. I passed it.
Nice. Nice.
And so like I ended up doing it. My boss and them were all grateful and everything for me taking it. And I was just like, I don't know how the hell I passed like half that shit because most of it I don't even do. So, but yeah, so did that, and then just want to give a little quick shout out. So kind of bring it down a little bit. So Wednesday, actually Tuesday evening, I got a call from New York Mike's parents, and they just so happened to be in town. They said they're going to be in town Wednesday, so Bethany and I met up with them for dinner on Wednesday. And in fact, here I've got a picture so you can see. So I'm going to share this real quick. So here's a picture of Bethany, myself, and then Mike's parents. We went out to dinner here. It was a pretty good time. We had fun, had some pretty good conversation, just talking about Mike, talking about life, how things been going during COVID, things like that. Talking about the cancer. They were talking about basically like how things were, like, because they didn't see the collection side stuff of Mike. So it's been kind of curious. They've been having conversations with me and some other people about, what was that side of Mike like, because they never got to saw it. So it was pretty cool meeting up with them on Wednesday for dinner. And then of course, unfortunately, Friday was the 1-year anniversary of his passing. So, this week kind of hit me pretty hard this week. So, but, I remain strong. We did a nice little post on our page. Shout out to his family. Shout out to him, Jaden. Sorry to bring it down, but you know what I mean?
No, man. No, speak it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And so it was great, sitting there going through everything. And then I heard from his sister and everybody over the weekend. They kind of hit me up just checking. And it's crazy. Like, that side, like some of our family members never see sides of us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I kind of said on our page was, I said, Mike, for those special memories you made to help you live on, even though you're gone, I said, we will use today, the first anniversary of your passing, to remember what a truly wonderful person you are. Sending our condolences to you, your family, especially your son, Jaden. You missed the courage to be strong and true until we meet again, brother. And then, of course, I did the infamous thing from Optimus Prime. One day an Autobot will rise from our ranks, use the power of the Matrix to light our darkest hour. Until that day, all are one. You know what I mean? And so I did that, and I basically made a collage of photos. And so I'll share these photos real quick, and then we'll kind of get into everything else. So these are random photos throughout the years with all of us kind of hanging together. So this was, and you can kind of see me in the background here, kind of flipping everybody off. and you got Bobby and pretty much everybody from every podcast you can think of, Shattercast, Nerd Rage, you got ETR, you got and all those guys, BTM, like everybody. Dude, you got William Fong over here with the beautiful hair. Like, you know what I mean?
Buddy.
And then,
Was that Adam?
Yeah.
Adam
And then, yeah. And then you got right here, you got Mike sitting here just chilling. And dude, like it's kind of funny. Like I know people are like, oh, you shouldn't say anything funny or bad about some of these pictures. But in this picture, it totally looks like Mike like farted, and then Tyler felt right behind him, smelled it. But you know what I mean? I'm just kidding. But I'm just trying to make light of things. But, this was a pretty good time. This was years ago at the first arrest in TFCON. We all ended up piling in this room like it was a giant like gangbang, and we actually ended up doing this big video for Bobby. So, pretty cool time.
Yeah, man.
And then here we've got Bethany, myself, Gore, everybody, and Mike just sitting there chilling. This was at RetroCon a couple years back. Like all nice.
Yeah, Mike was a good dude, man.
Yeah, he was. And then you got Mike here. Then you got Tim K.
Yeah, Tim K's cool.
Yeah, Tim's good people.
Yeah, man.
And and they're just hanging out, with all of our friends and stuff like that. And then, of course, you got Brian. You got Mike in the back down with Dust Mites, and then you got Jose sitting here. And this was, I'm trying to think, was this ToyCon, New Jersey? I think. I'm pretty sure it is. It's been so long. And of course, this is from the same convention right there. You know what I mean? It's either ToyCon or ZoloCon. I can't remember which one it was. Oh, this was NJCC from years back. You can see Mike chilling in the corner. You got Asian Kid Matt, JD Chan. Dude, you got all sorts of people. You got Dom in the background. You got Ace, Brian, like everybody, Bricks on the Dollar, Mike Kincaid, Vinny. Dude, it was such a good time. You got Pinkerton back there, Jose, like it was all these conventions meeting up with everybody.
Yeah, man, I'd like to make one of those NJCCs one time, man.
They're pretty good. I think they're going to be opening up again soon. So
sweet.
And then you got the Rockfather over there, Dust Mites, just chilling.
Oh yeah.
And then this was the picture from that same convention a couple years back in wrestling. You got Mike sitting there chilling with everybody. And of course, that's the same NJCC with the so all our ROC #fan. Pretty good pictures going on here.
Yeah.
And this was actually from dude, you got Justin Lynette.
Yeah, he's cool.
Oh yeah, he's cool as shit.
He is,
you got JD Chan, Mike, you got Brian, you got Chris, you got good old Chuck over there. You got Wayne, and was that Rigo? And then let's see who else. And then this was Brett. Was this the first year or second year?
I think.
Yule, do you remember this? Year. I think this is the second. You got Yule sitting there in the background right there. You got Bethany here, right? And I'm all the fuck way back over here.
I remember seeing that picture, man. I was like, look at him.
Yep. We're all kind of hanging out.
This was the last one, I believe.
This was the last one we all went to.
Yeah, I remember you guys taking that picture.
Yeah. Look at how Bricks was back in that one. He was so much skinnier.
Yeah. You got everybody, dude. You got Leon. I mean, that was a good picture. That was a good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. There was Mike. Mike was in this picture somewhere. It was hard to pick him out. Oh, there he is. Yeah. So, and then of course, I think this might have been Chicago. Do you remember, Chris? I think this was Chicago when we all went to this one.
Is that the first one or the second one?
I think it was the second one.
So we did Chicago twice already, didn't we?
Yeah, we did Chicago already. You got Mike, Caleb, you got Dust Mites, you got Vinny over there, and Mike just chilling, having a drink behind the RC sign. Good old times. And then you got, Josh then, now Maya with Mike just chilling there, having a good old time. And man, look at this bunch of group of dudes right here. And lady.
Buddy.
That was a good old time. And this is when we signed that poster the same year with all this.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Yep. You can see mine and Bethany down here, like everybody's names all over the place. And then here, you see everybody kind of chilling. You got EE there, Dom, you got, was that Daniel back there, Leon? What is that? Eric B in the background? Oh, that's the whole Michigan crew lined up right there back behind.
Yeah, I was back there somewhere.
Yeah. Nice. And then Mike sitting there chilling with a mixed drink in the hallway, like, yeah,
buddy.
Like getting it going.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh yeah, some more random pictures. You got some Antoine over there, Craig. And this was another one from like one of the, I think this was ZoloCon. Just some random pictures from this one too. So, and this was at dinner when we went to ToyCon or lunch or whatever it was at Buffalo Wild Wings, and they fucked up our entire menu. And then, of course, you got E. Wells back there. You got Brink, you got Jose, and then Mike back there. I think that was pretty sure that was
Chick-fil-A?
ToyCon. No, it was ToyCon. It was like some I don't know, it's like a bar/restaurant or something. And then that was pretty much it for those. So, but yeah, man, wanted to share that real quick. Shout out to that dude, Mike, one of the best people I ever met.
Good times there, man.
Hell yeah.
It was tough to see those posts because just when I thought when you forgot about it, you're like, oh man.
Yeah, I had a lot of people hit me up about it. They were like, dude, and I'm like, I'm sorry, you got to celebrate the dude. He's one of the best dudes, one of the best people you've ever met. Absolutely, man. And so for people like that, he's one in a million. So you have to turn around. So you celebrate life anyway. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it was definitely an interesting week. But what do we have going on here next? So do we want to get into toys?
Oh yeah. Well, first, Mr. Sideswipe 523.
Yes.
Do you know what time it is?
It's time to nerd up or shut up.
Hell yeah. Oh, man. I love it when you turn around and you, it's kind of funny because we fuck up every single time.
I know.
When we're all like saying it. Like I'll throw the cue and they're just like, is that now?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That's go.
Yeah. Go. But yeah, so let's get into some hauls. Why don't we go with our guest over here, Chris? What'd you get for a haul this week? You get anything good?
Well, I think I posted this. What was it? A week or 2 weeks? I ain't actually had him that long, man. This is at Galvatron.
Repainted Galvatron.
Yeah, I fixed the shoulders on that, man. What a pain in the ass. What a pain in the arse.
Yeah, for some reason, the repaint shoulders, the pieces in the sides kept falling down. Was it like that on yours?
No, not actually. No, I just had to actually like take it apart, man, and just that peg that's in there. Mm-hmm. It's did you ever get the TE Mirage? Transform Element Mirage?
I didn't know, but I heard about it.
Yeah, mine had the same issue with the hips, and it was actually kind of like the same setup where you had to like pry back to get that peg out. It was the same situation with him, man. I had to have Kim help me out a little bit to like shove it back in there. It's kind of a pain, but it's fixed now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
that was a pretty good repaint too.
Yeah. So we got that. Got this Hordak here.
That's what's
up. So you collect Motu also? Or no,
yes,
that's
I do.
So that's the new line, right?
Yeah, it's the Origins line.
The Origins line, I'm sorry.
Yep. Got that. I don't know if you guys mess around with like Mega Constructs at all. So I got that too.
Mechanic.
Yep. The Triclops.
Nice.
It's mainly Motu. Got this one right here.
Evelyn. Nice.
Yeah.
That Hordak, because he has like with the spike on his heel still, right?
Yeah.
I think he does, yeah.
I used to have him do all kinds of kicks on people's neck and make it pretend that they were all bleed out. Like, remember how RoboCop stabbed that one, Clarence Brodericker with his thing in the end of RoboCop 1? That's what I would think of. Like,
ooh, nice.
Yeah, I got that other one too, where he shoots that saw thing out of his chest. The deluxe version. Yeah, I got that one. And then I get this came from BBTS.
Nice.
Faker.
Nice.
Yeah. That. Let's see. It's Fisto.
Oh, Fisto. Nice.
Nice.
Yep.
A lot of people are loving those origin lines.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they are dope. I just spent too much money on the classics that I can't do it again. That's
my brother, man. He's classic origins. Like we're buying like 2 of these guys, like 2 each, one to open, one to keep in the box.
Yeah, because the package looks good. Like the displays well in that package.
Yeah. Yep. And I think I got one more. Let's see. This one's non-Motu. This one is it Machine Robo?
Oh, nice.
The Blue Jet. Yeah. Call him Blue Jet, but he's red and black.
Yeah. Someone's colorblind.
So, yeah. So, I mean, these are actually cool. I have all of them right now except I forget the name of it. The Big Blue one or whatever that one's called.
Was it you that bought those for you or your brother a couple of years back? I sold too.
Those ones were from my brother. The Sidekill and the Leader one. Yeah. My brother wanted those ones for his collection.
I remember selling those because I got out of that line because I was like, ooh, they're doing the masterpiece versions. And they did one.
They did one. Yeah. Fortunately, I didn't get that one. I missed out. Missed the boat. So, yep. And then HasLab Unicron came like a couple weeks ago, man.
Nice.
So I got to work out a spot for him. Right now, he's down here on my right side.
Like a toddler just sitting there chilling with you.
Yeah. Yep. My dog looks at it all the time. I'm like, don't you think about it.
Oh, damn. Is it still in the box or is it just sitting there chilling?
No, he's out. Yep.
I could just imagine the set. Now, which one is up there on the top left? Is that the Zeta one?
Yeah, that's the Zeta one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I guess your type right, I guess.
Yeah, he's up there. He's next to DX9 Menosaur up there.
Nice. Yeah, I was thinking about getting the Zeta one, but I just ended up missing out.
Are you going to get the new different colored one, or?
I don't know. It looks like a pumpkin, dude. Like with those colors, like it's weird.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, "Well, that's the one we should have got already." I disagree, but hey, to each their own.
It looks good. Right? I mean, it's a good figure. I just wish it was bigger,
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
what she said.
That is what she said. Twice. Yeah, that's about it though. At the moment, I picked up a couple Predator figures too. They're off to the left over there. But that's about it though.
Now you collecting Origins. Did you collect classics at all, or are you only doing Origins?
No. My brother got the classics. He ended up getting me that He-Man's Christmas edition for Christmas. Where he was dressed up like Santa.
Oh yeah.
Came in the Christmas wrapping paper. Yeah, he got me that one, and he got me Manny Faces. Those are the only 2 I got though, like the Filmation versions.
There you go.
But yeah, other than that, I just got the Origins.
Yeah, I would get the Origins over the Filmation ones
Yeah,
That's a
same
big
here.
badass movie.
Yeah.
So,
Like I keep seeing like you guys know Chuck, so Chuck has
Yeah.
been buying those things left and right, and he's been showing them, and I'm just like, dude, they're so tempting.
Yeah,
I
I've seen
wanna
his
get
post
into-
on the Masters.
Oh yeah, I'm just like
the
dude,
master
I can't
thing.
get into it. I'm like, I got a bunch of classics. I just don't know if I'm going to step down to that.
Yeah,
Now-
Jim Hogg. You know Jim Hogg? Jim Hogg's
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
dude, man. He's part of the My Rock crew, but you know, he's got my Castle Grayskull he picked up for me right now. We just gotta find time to, you know, hit each other up. But he picked that up for me. He's picked up you know, a lot of figures for me actually, man. He got me the Flak Panther, a couple of those.
There you go.
You know. So
And if you know
yeah.
anybody that's selling any, hit up Russ the Muss.
Okay.
Russ is looking for one.
Is he
we,
the
we were
Flak?
on a, yeah, he's looking for one, period, I think, when I remember, because like Russ was like, man, I can't find them anywhere. Like, we got so many Targets in our area and stuff in Walmarts, but we haven't been able to find them because we're oversaturated with scalpers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Jim.
we were on
Jim got me those. He
Nice.
got two more for Matt Brozier too, as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
And what was it? I got hit. He got hit up. We were all at the off-air hangout. I think what was it? Friday night after the Nerd Life Syndicate. Shout out to those guys. And Russ is like, "Oh, that's pretty cool that you got that." He's like, "Yeah. In fact, I got a second one and just like, you know, unzipped and let it swing out everywhere right in front of Russ." And of course, Russ was enticed by seeing the second one. He kept asking him in the middle of the conversation, like, "Hey, you going to sell that?" And he would just change the subject.
Shit.
Like, he kept fucking with it. It was funny as hell. So if anybody finds a flocked Origins Panther, hit up Russ the Bus. He's looking for it. So anyway,
I'll keep that in mind.
Yule.
speaking of Motu, I did pick up a Funko Pop Stinker,
Oh,
There you
Stinko.
go.
and he does smell. He does smell exactly like the Stinkor from the 80s.
From the 80s?
Nice.
Mhm.
I don't think I have that.
Wow.
One,
Smells like
'cause I
patchouli. Yeah, patchouli.
got some
Truly.
Masters Pops, but I don't think I have the Stinkor.
Yeah, that one's I believe it's a San Diego
Is it?
SDCC.
Okay,
One.
yeah,
Who's
see,
the-
yeah, I don't have that one. I just got the Moss Man one, the Flock.
I love how it has like the scratch and sniff sticker on the front of it.
Yeah, and dude, it's in a protector, and you could smell it coming out of the protector.
That's
Wasn't
you're
that
like,
how
I'm gonna
the
sue that
actual
shit.
toy was too?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
How the toy was. Smell like patchouli oil or whatever. Very strong.
Dude,
Yeah.
even to this day, I've got friends that have the classics and it still smell like that, like in the box.
Dude, that's amazing. You know, after all these years, man. Those
Yeah,
things
he will still smell. Him and Mossman still smell. Mossman smell piney, while Stinkor smell like patchouli oil still.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you shall not pass.
Oh,
Gandalf the
nice.
White.
Gandalf
oh,
the
I was
White.
gonna say, is that Gandalf the Gray?
This one's the white one. Yeah, Gandalf the White.
Okay.
Hot
Nice.
Topic exclusive. Yeah, it was a light week. These were the only two pops that I got. Well, to be fair, this one was a Grail price one. So yeah, enough. Let me put it to you this way: you could buy 9 pops with the price that you could pay for Stinkor. You know.
All right, absolutely.
And I picked up one last thing. It was a Hot Toy Mandalorian.
Oh,
you
nice.
got it on that? Nice. Oh, there you go.
It's a chibi, it's one of the chibi ones. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
Cos
yeah,
Baby.
yeah.
Hot Toys.
Okay.
Hot Toys. See, technically.
Yeah.
I love when you do that to people. They're like, "Those and hot
Oh,
toys
God, Hot
now?"
Toys?
Like,
No, man, not like that. Cos Baby. I like cute shit. I mean, look, how can you resist? Look at it, baby. You got
Right,
baby
look at that
girl-
head.
All
Look
right,
at
so
Mando's head.
how many baby Grogus do you have now? You think in your collection?
Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna do a separate video and share it with y'all.
Yeah,
one of these
dude.
days.
Get a separate video and post that shit. We'll share it, like, so everybody can see it.
Hey, I'll send you a picture of Kim's too. Unreal.
Crazy. Maybe you guys can have like a remember like
Grogu
Cribs?
face off.
Yeah, Grogu face off. Well, do you have this one?
I need to get one of those custom prams for
Okay.
Grogu,
Yeah. For the Hasbro one, the moving one.
Yeah. Both that and the Mattel one, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was it. It was a light week because that one cost me a lot.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
When it comes to exclusives, dude, the Scareglow one is my grail. That one's a $300 piece. There's two, There's
Isn't
two.
how much is the classic Scareglow right now? Isn't it
About
like
that
up there
much?
too?
Yeah,
Wow. Even the pop is almost as much as that.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
and Ram Man is like $200 plus too for pop Funko Pop
Yeah.
because it was a
got that.
Japanese exclusive.
I got that Mondo Hordak on pre-order right now. I've been collecting those 1/6 scale ones.
Those things
Nice.
look great. I just because I already committed to classics, I can't imagine having to rebuy all of it again, dude.
I'm the same way with that.
Yeah, especially at that high dollar too. Those figures are, man.
And that's.
I can just
that was
imagine
good.
what that Battle Cat's going to be from that Mondo. How much that's going to be?
Oh, it's gonna be.
Yeah,
huge.
no, I'm not looking forward to that price tag.
Yeah, no shit. You're like it kind of makes you wish you bought a second Unicron just so you can sell it just to make up for that one.
Speaking of which, this is something that's in the news. I forgot to post it, but did you know that Lego's Slave One, the one that's coming up pretty soon, because of the wokeness, they can't call it Slave One anymore.
Oh,
I'm serious. They call it Boba Fett Starship.
oh my God!
No, they don't.
They did. They had to because
Oh my God! Now
I'm
I'm gonna
serious.
look that shit
Look
up.
it up. Yeah, Lego set.
Wow.
Look up Lego set. Boba Fett Starship because they can't call it Slave One.
Wow,
Like what?
that's like slag and slug, man. What's this world coming to?
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
Boba Fett Starship.
Now, to be fair, I'm not sure if it was Disney's call or Lego's call. That's what I.
Well, at least on Lego's site, they show the old one. They actually call it Slave One.
One. I mean, it's too late. You've already had. It's been Slave One forever, as its proper.
Shit.
Its proper name. The same.
Oh man. So is that pretty much it for you?
Oh yeah, that was it for me.
Well, I didn't get hardly shit this week. So,
Not even a Ghostbuster part, Ecto One part.
No, like they've been having a hard time shipping parts again. We're kind of at like a weird stage right now.
Mm.
Like I've got like 5 boxes of parts sitting.
I know.
Started building
I know you gotta get zillion parts for that.
It's crazy. I'm not kidding. I got like, it's kind of hard to see off screen, dude. I got like 5 boxes as wide as my fucking screen. You could see me in it, and then taller than my screen. I've got 5 boxes over there, nothing but parts. I can build the whole bottom chassis with all the parts.
Is that for that Ego Moss one or whatever?
Yeah, that Ego Moss, what is it, 8th scale Ecto 1. So
Yeah.
I gotta start building that. I was kind of waiting for some third-party add-ons that I purchased for it a long time ago. That they pre-ordered it, and it was like, what is it, like the tank, right? The way that they made the tank, you put like 12 AA batteries in it.
I see.
But somebody made a mod.
Yeah, you can't put it together because if you did, then you'd have to take it apart again just to put in that.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I've been kind of waiting for some of this stuff to come out. So that way, because there's been a couple of third-party sellers that have been doing some of these parts. So I'm kind of waiting for those to show up before I start building. Because then I want to take shit apart again just to turn around and like, dude, I've got like, they don't give you carpet or nothing like that in the car. Some guy made carpet, like stick-on carpet to go inside the car. They gave you, instead of like the generic pieces in the trunk, somebody actually made a computer board to where all the lights blink and everything else on shit, and they 3D printed stuff and everything else.
That's
so
sweet.
I'm gonna get all that. I'm gonna go all out. But what's nice is originally the tank was 12 AA batteries. Well, someone made a tank mod to where you put a battery pack on the inside of it and it runs to a cord and you can control it with your phone. So that means I'll be able to control my Ecto 1 with the phone doing different shit. So I'm excited about that. But literally, this is the only thing I got this week, and you're going to laugh. I got a new Roku remote, but it's rechargeable. It's brand new.
That's
Nice.
And it's pretty wild. So it actually gives you a USB cable and everything with it.
Rokus are dope because you could play Voodoo on those things.
Yeah, so like literally it's a little USB.
Nice.
Rechargeable. And it was like a random special that popped up on like Roku. And I was like, oh, I'll try it, because it gave it to me half off. So I was like, all right, we'll see what happens. So, but dude, literally, that's all I got for the week.
I got a Fire Stick. My sister took care of the rest on that, though. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is anything else? No, that was pretty. That was pretty much it. I mean, other than getting some like doctor bills and shit like that. I mean, that was about it. But all right. So we're gonna get some lighthearted news real quick. Actually, before we get into that, Chris, why don't we go ahead and or sideswipe, whatever you want to call yourself, and why don't you go ahead and tell our audience members about yourself, about your collecting, like how we all met, like that sort of thing, and just to give them like a little bit of info about you.
All right. Well, let's. Yeah, I can say anything, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll start. I'll go back to the tail end of 2012. Probably for about a good 7 years of my life, I was a heroin addict and did a lot of jail time, a lot of drugs. Just in and out of jail, stealing all the time. 2012, I finally got in trouble for basically robbing somebody. I did supposed to do a year and a half in prison. I ended up doing some laundry work and all that down in the laundry room. Then I got a couple months knocked off for good time when I got in there already, like right off the top.
Yeah.
Did some time in prison. And then when I got out, went back to this church I used to go to when I was homeless. I used to feed the homeless people, 2 times a day. Basically, that's where I met Kim, my old lady. And at that time, obviously I was clean getting out of prison. So we ended up hooking up, man, and I got into this place. It was called ChristNet, where, they take you in at nighttime, different churches like house you, feed you, let you take a shower, you get a bed. I did all that for a while. Then I ended up getting a job again at a Pennzoil. And I started working from there, and we got our first apartment together. And then it just progressed from there to where once we moved out of there, I was going to like therapy and rehab and stuff like that, and I ended up relapsing again after that and I lost my job at the Pennzoil. And then Kim and I lost our apartment. So basically, she never left me. She stayed here, like with me. But, we went to her mom's house. And I ended up going back into a rehab facility again to do a detox. And they put me on medication and all that. I was in there for a couple of weeks. I got out. We went back. She lived with her mom. So basically, while she was staying with her mom, I was sleeping in the car outside. You know, so she was taking me to the store and stuff. We'd go to the store, and then that was back like when the Mech Tech stuff was coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so, you know, I was like, oh, these are cool Transformers. I wasn't really big with the base stuff or whatever, but, you know, and then she was like, oh, you want a couple? You know, I was like, yeah, you know, she goes, you can mess around with them, you know, and I was like, yeah, it's fine. You know, so she bought me a couple of the Mech Techs, and, you know, that progressed a little bit more. She just kept buying me a couple more, like every time she got paid. So I was like, where am I going to put these, you know? So I ended up getting the job at the Chevy dealer, you know, so, you know, I was, when I got the job at the Chevy dealer, I was working there to, basically I had a bill at DTE that I couldn't turn on no electricity or nothing because of a previous bill that I never paid. It was like $512 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was waiting on that first paycheck so I could, you know, call DTE and wipe that bill out.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
in the meantime, I'm sleeping in the car. I got toys in the back seat, and this cop, you know, comes knocking on the window in the middle of the night. I'm sleeping.
No.
Yeah, he's on a motorcycle. So he gets out and he's got this helmet on. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, you know, I explained my situation to him, you know, and he was like, well, how much longer are you going to be out here? I was like, I'm just waiting on my next paycheck and we're gone, you know. So, you know, the 2 weeks went by, and at that time we ended up getting the apartment, and, you know, we got here, but my collection started, you know, progressing even more after that. You know, so I was making way more money working here at the Chevy dealer, and that was I picked the job back up, you know, just changing oil and tire rotations to start back off. You know, I still have my mechanic's license, but I had to, you know, start somewhere again. So I ended up getting the TFC Hercules figures.
Yeah,
I had those back in the day. Yeah.
I still have them because they're a reminder to me.
Yeah.
So they're in their boxes. We're in the closet, whatever.
Did you get the add-on kit for those back in the day too?
Yeah, I got that. Yep. Got those, and I bought the Mastermind Creations, the boat Shockwave.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I still have that one too. Yeah, those are a couple I hung on to, and then Toy World Hegemon.
Yeah,
the Megatron.
Yeah. That was a good one too.
I like that one and the Prime. That Prime one was actually, I forgot what the Prime one was called.
Orion or something like that.
Yeah.
What was called? Yeah, I remember having those too.
Yep. So anyway, I ended up, I've been off drugs. I've been collecting ever since. But how long have I been clean? Sorry, Kim's over here. How long have I been clean now, Kim? About 10 years. Hey, yeah, right around 10 years I've been clean now.
She's like, I don't want to be seen in the glass.
Yeah, she does. Yep. So, you know, I got.
Well, congratulations to you, dude. Congratulations
Thanks,
to you for being clean for 10 years.
Thanks, man.
Awesome.
Yep.
The closest thing I got to that is I quit smoking in 2012. That was it. Like December.
I wish I could quit smoking. I've been working on it slowly but surely. I do have a vape as well.
Let me tell you something. Even after all this time quitting, I still dream of it. I still miss it. All of it. Even the bad taste, the bad smell, all of it. I miss it. Like it was such a huge part of what I, of thing. Because I met all my best friends smoking, and joking and. Yeah, I used to go to Starbucks just to smoke, not to even drink coffee, just to hang out with people to,
Yeah, nice. I know about that. I bet that, does the smell still get to you though?
No, as a matter of fact, when I smell it, I mean, I feel like I feel bad because I'm not participating in it. Does that make sense? Like, yeah. Nobody ever really, because the truth is, none of us really want to ever quit smoking. It's just something that has to be done for your, for your health. Otherwise, I love it. I love the way it feels. I love the way, of course, except for the health.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything about it is awesome to me. So,
yep.
The whole culture.
We had the first TFCON was North Carolina, right? North Carolina,
Charlotte. Yep.
Yep. That was the first TFCON, man. We were geeked and all ready for that, man. And that just kicked everything off, for all of us, the majority of us, you, Bobby, me, sure you.
Yeah, I saw you guys
like
there.
all of us.
Yep.
And to be honest, to this day, for Charlotte, I think that's still the best convention location.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Charlotte
I agree. Yeah. It was almost like a high. Like now, like we're like chasing that, that feeling.
Yeah.
That first one. But I remember because I sent Bobby Skullface a message, because we were watching his videos all the time, and he messaged me back. He's like, yeah, he goes, we're right here. He was like, come on down, come see us. So me and Kim get down there, we're kind of looking around, and, he didn't have his mask on. So we didn't know. So my old lady starts talking to this chick that's, she's just chilling, hanging out. They're just having a little female talk, man. Turned out it was, Bobby come over, and he was like, oh yeah, it's my wife, Laura, or whatever. I was like, get out of here. It was all coincidental, So then, I told him who I was, man. And he just started introducing me to everybody, man. Oh, dude, it was great.
I remember that time. That was a fun time, dude. Just having the bar in 2 different locations or something like that. The outside,
with the inside and the outside, the karaoke. Oh yeah,
Bobby and his infamous karaoke party all the time scene.
Yeah, Kim has that on video somewhere. She recorded that.
It was between him and Mike Kincaid trying to steal the spotlight for
who's
the karaoke king.
Dude, and I remember when we were there, we ended up, it was me who hung to go. He was there. There was a bunch of us sitting at that one big table. And I remember, like, everybody kept buying me drinks. You know how that first TFCON was, everybody was buying them drinks, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you remember, I was double fisting Guinness all night. And then everybody's like, dude, can I buy you a Guinness? And I'm like, yeah, I'll drink another Guinness. I don't care. And I'm buying drinks for people, and I forgot who it was that went over to buy me another Guinness. And the guy said, that dude, we can't sell any more Guinness because he tapped us out for the night. Apparently I drank a quarter keg of Guinness at TFCON Charlotte.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like, it was wild. Like, I don't remember any of that shit, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was Charlotte was definitely my favorite.
Yeah, Charlotte was a good one. The first DC one, man. I remember me and Kim were driving, man, and that's when, like, me and you were talking more, Jason.
Yeah.
And then I remember you included me into the PMs, so it was like all these people are like talking, and I'm sitting there talking, in there on our way to driving there, and I'm like, I bet you these people are like, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean?
That's the one thing about Jason, man. Jason's a community builder, dude. He just knows people, and before you know it, we're all hanging out in the same spot.
I know.
I try.
Yeah, man. And it's crazy now, like, how much of the community, like, I know, and they know me, and you guys and everything else, dude. It's just the brotherhood of all this, dude, is, to me, is enough to keep me clean. Alone.
Oh yeah. Well, it's crazy, like, when I met you guys for the first time doing this, and then starting to meet more people and everything, and I was like, dude, I can get behind this. I can have fun with this, like, and like, yeah, we kind of go for the Transformers, but it's like, we know, even though, like, I mean, Chris and I don't talk every day. It's like, it's hard to talk with people every day.
Yeah,
dude. As soon as we talk, here and there, like every couple weeks or something, and then you're just like, as soon as, like, the convention's coming, because all of a sudden the fucking PMs start coming from everybody. And I remember, like, it's like, all right, Lowry, you got the Cards Against Humanity. Where are we going that night? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had some bad nights playing Cards Against Humanity.
Yep. It's some deep dish pizza.
I imagine that back then, I don't know if it's the same now, but I know for me it's a whole lot different. When we first started going to these cons, it's more like, yo, I know I'm going to go there, but still, if you get a chance to hold me a copy of this exclusive.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it turned to, I think as time went by, we're more like, I think we're just more interested in hanging out than cares about the exclusive, anymore. But that was what people used to obsess about back then when we first, and I'll never forget all the little things that was awesome when we first think, because before we all met each other, like we only knew what was going on Facebook. And I'm not gonna lie when I say that when I finally met Dame Chalk in real life, it was.
Remember when we met him for the first time? That was awesome. And then every time at TFCON now, we see him all the time. Say what's up.
Yeah, my favorite thing about Dame when I first met him was when I realized that he was Filipino too. I was like,
I remember meeting him the first time at the Chosen Prime booth. He was helping the booth there, and we were sitting there chilling. I was talking to him, and then I saw him taking pictures, and then he was going around taking pictures. Everybody's like, step out of the way. This guy's taking pictures. And then I saw him post on his phone. And I was like, wait, aren't you? He's like,
yes.
He's like,
exactly.
He's like, shh. And then it was as funny as hell. And then just like seeing him for the first time, and I was like, it's definitely not what I pictured, but it is what it is. So.
It's funny you should say that because Hung, who I learned in that convention was Filipino too. He tried to take a picture of all three of us, and Dame was like, "No." But that's one of those funny times for me. I was like, "Oh man, that was great."
So do you guys have any? So let's just keep going with this because this is a pretty good conversation. So, was there any memories that kind of stood out for you, either one of you, like going to like TFCon and shit like that?
Real quick, just one for me that I forget. There was one time I think in I believe it was in Charlotte where me and Bobby were, I don't know if he was trying to get something from his car or whatever, but we got stuck in a situation where these guys looked like they wanted to start shit. I don't know.
I remember that.
I was like, at a Transformers convention, though?
It's like West Side Story, like snapping and shit going on, like,
I'm like, I saw as all of this was going, it was about ready to go down, which I'm glad it didn't. The whole time I was thinking is, okay, well, at least in an episode of Shattered Cast, there's gonna be a part where they talk about how Yule got his ass kicked with
let's stick with Charlotte and kind of go through the different conventions throughout the years.
And that was the one. That's the one I remembered about the Charlotte, the Charlotte one.
What about you, Chris? What was something that stood out for you at Charlotte?
Kim and I were staying at this hotel down the street from the Charlotte. It was probably like 2 seconds up the road.
Yeah, and, we stayed. I think we stayed at that same one.
Yeah, like you would just like pull out and like make a right and not even go like 2 seconds and make a left in the building. There. Yeah. So
you had to pass by that hotel to get into the other one.
Yeah. So I get a random like PM on my phone. I'm like, who the hell is this? So I check it, man. It's Mike Kincaid. He's like, yo, man, you at the convention? And I was like, yeah. He was like, are you staying at this hotel? I was like, yeah. He goes, dude, I'm like 3 rooms over from you. I was like, oh shit. So he goes, meet me back over there, man.
That's like a touching Peener moment right there. God
damn. Man. Yeah. So I ended up meeting him and Levy. Me and Kim did, man. So that's where that all kicked off. There was Charlotte. It's pretty cool.
Like for Charlotte, it was kind of interesting. Remember, I was doing all the third-party shit back then, right? Like the design shit and everything else. And I remember rolling up to the convention in the SUV, and I popped the trunk, and I was the only person at the convention to have, remember, who was it? I worked on at the time. Generation Toys Scrapper. I popped that trunk open. I had that like nothing but like a bunch of them sitting in the back, and nobody had them. People were Like, how the hell did you do that? Yeah, I look like a drug dealer in the parking lot, handing out toys and taking money and shit. And then that was part of the funny story, but the other part was there's a picture of me, Kincaid, Levy, Antoine, and what was her name? Like Angela or something. What was her name? Angie or something like that. I think it was Angie. Back in the day when we were at Charlotte, we were all eating in Hooters. Remember the Hooters down the street?
Yeah.
And so we were eating at that Hooters, and me and Bethany were sitting there, and I was like, you know what? Maybe we should get an autograph with these girls. Nobody would talk to them. And everybody's like, no, don't do that. You know, it'd be kind of weird. I'm like, fuck it. So I go over there and I talk to like 3 or 4 of the waitresses, and I'm like, hey, me and a bunch of friends are in town and everything else. We're here at a convention at a hotel up the street. I said, a bunch of them are too shy to ask you guys for pictures. I said, is there any way I can get like all you girls in here that are working right now to come take a picture with us? And they were like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. And I'm beelining to the front door, and I got like a row of Hooters girls behind me walking. And then it was like a scene from Field of Dreams, like, you know, Build It and They Will Come, like like Levy and Mike Kincaid and all them, and like everybody's following behind me. And then there's a picture somewhere with all I gotta find that picture. But there's a picture of all of us together.
I'd seen that picture. I remember that one.
Yeah, there was a bunch of Hooters girls around us, and it was funny as hell. Like I said to Antoine one time, like we were sitting there, I was like, Antoine, how'd your boner? And he's like, what? And then, like, you know me, I just like to joke around. So
yeah,
but like that, like stuff like that is what drawn me to Charlotte, like random shit like
Dude,
that.
there was all sorts of urban legends that came from that con.
That convention, that was like the infamous one, like more than like any of them.
Yeah.
One of my favorites parts of that was when they were doing people were in the room doing parts form, getting, was it the parts swap thing, whatever the heck that was?
Oh yeah, people would have their rooms and set up the things, and you'd have to only walk in one at a time or something like that to walk around and come back out. Like
that was the one with the infamous special person who was taking, who was stealing stuff from there. Remember?
Oh no!
Allegedly, I'm not. I'm not
right.
going to accuse anybody of anything, even though people, claim to have seen what that, person was doing. But it was just too funny because I would have never expected the one person that would stick out the most out of the entire convention would be the one to be doing all the alleged shoplifting of parts.
The kleptos.
Yeah. So what about the first Chicago? What stood out to you guys on that?
Oh, all the times that we won. In our
all the times.
In Brandon, when Brandon did the.
Oh yeah, that was the first one.
Was when he did the dinner.
Yeah, that.
So what happened was he had the Chosen Prime dinner. That was the first year I think that happened.
Yeah.
And I ended up, dude, I brought a whole fucking gang of people to that shit.
And our table was the one that kept
winning. Our table was the one that kept winning
winning
everything, like all the prizes.
We were winning so much.
Looking at us weird.
Right? We were winning so much that Brandon had to give me a small prize. Wait, that table's winning all the big prizes. We got.
He gave us. Who was it? Somebody won. Who won? Somebody won a really big one.
That was me.
The custom.
You won something. I remember that.
Yeah, I won that pandanus at that dinner.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember that because the owner of Meat Toys was there.
Yeah.
And that's what surprised
Kim was the one because I gave her the ticket. So she went up there and got the picture done and everything, man. So I was like, she come back. I was like, give me that.
Yeah. I remember that. I think that's where we like.
Me.
After that happened, that dinner, I remember you and I connected pretty well right after that.
Yeah, we did. Yep. Because we went out to talk like right out the back part of the dinner area.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we had actually took Kim's car. So and then Mike was like, hey man, Mike Kincaid, he was like, can you give me and Levy a ride back? We were like, yeah, man. So I think we ended up driving to the gas station and back. But
Yo, that ride wasn't any better than what ours was. You remember that? Yo, we had probably 15 people shot up in that SUV to go over. Like easy. We had people laying on top of people's laps, like everything. We would have got pulled up, dude. We would have got pulled over. It was like a clown car going on. We had so and that was a pretty good time. The dinner was pretty good there. There was a lot of memories. That was the year that my wallet got stolen in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wallet got stolen, and it was the Saturday morning my wallet got stolen.
Oh,
we didn't have any money for the rest of the weekend because my wallet got stolen.
Dude, you know what? That same con was also the con that I had to do a final, which is why I never got to make it in the morning of the Saturday morning when everybody was at the convention. Saturday morning, I was doing my finals for my master's degree on that thing. Yeah, I was a wreck on that convention. I was glad that I was finally able to hang out with you guys.
That convention. Now, what stood out for you guys for that one at that?
Dude, because before I even got there, I was crying like a little bitch in the plane, worried about, literally crying because like, what am I going to do with this final? And I was freaking the fuck out. Dude. I was like, I want to hang out with everybody, but I don't want to fail this class. And I freaked the fuck out, dude. Yeah, it was bad. But other than that, I really enjoyed hanging out with everybody in that one. That was the special convention where all of the wives and girlfriends of Jason's friends started to pet me for luck or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, let's pet him. I was like,
remember that it was like, what was it? They were just like, don't. If you automatically touch them, you'll get pregnant or something like that. Like, something crazy. Remember that?
Yeah. And so what happened was on the elevator, everybody started to pet me. I was like, okay, I guess you all want to get pregnant.
Yeah, because that's where you ended up revealing what the Coco Smooth story was about.
No. No, but yeah, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry, man.
No, you're good. All mine was, I think I spent like $1,200 with Brandon at the Chosen Prime at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
dropped yeah, like all at once, like, and then we just sat up there and started BSing with Brandon and his wife, man, and then I think that's when she asked about the shirt, and the raffle ticket.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's we were BSing with Brandon and getting in good, man. They're good people over there, dude.
Yeah, they're pretty good people over there. Like Brandon's always been, a lot of people gave him shit over the years. I mean, I didn't know him that much. But I mean, like for a little while, I got kind of irritated, but that was something for another reason. But for the most part, like, he's a pretty good dude. He's a businessman. It's about his business. So you can't hate him. For me, my favorite thing for that convention, I remember that was the convention was the first Bang Bus where it had me and Bethany, Justin, Loretta. We drove up from Virginia, and remember I had a broken foot. Remember? Or no, it was my knee was fucked up or something like that. And I was on a crutch. Remember that?
Oh,
yeah. Remember I had that crutch, and remember all of us were sitting down, and they had all those little areas which were pretty cool that you could sit at and drink. And tell me why when I was sitting down at one point, there's a picture somewhere all of us together where it was like me, Bethany, Cody, like a bunch of other people, Matt, like everybody all sitting down. And I apparently drank a lot at that Chicago. Apparently I drink a lot at these conventions. I don't know. So I ended up drinking so much that I started walking without the crutch. Because I forgot. I wasn't thinking I was drinking, right? I was drinking, but then I was just I forgot about the painkillers. Bethany gave me painkillers before dinner, and it was on an empty stomach. We were waiting to get something to eat. And I started drinking. We were all hanging out with everybody. And I drank more. And then I started walking. I was like, fuck it. And I just walked the rest of the way. And I came back. Dude, I was feeling that shit the rest of the week.
Damn.
That was the first one
but
where...
That was that part right there, Yule. And the reason why that part was the favorite memory of mine is because right when we were walking up from that, after we got done meeting and everybody, Justin, Lynette, and I, that's when you could walk around with the beer, right? When I was walking up, I was loaded. Tell me why Gary Chalk was sitting there. I forgot who the other dude's name was. Michael, what's his last name? You know who I'm talking about.
The voice of
Michael Bell or whatever his name is. Michael. Fuck. Anyway, so me and Justin were walking, and there's a picture of me, Justin, Lynette, and them two drinking beers, like standing there, sitting there side by side. That was my favorite thing. I'm like, dude, I'm drinking a beer with Optimus Primal. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool.
That was I believe the first one I was roommates with Gort, and since then, me and Gort have been peas and carrots.
You've been roomies ever since, right? Well, no, you room
Except
with us.
the last one. Yeah,
the last one, yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. I guess we got Reston next, right? That was the next one. It was like Reston, Chicago, Reston. I guess that was it, right?
Yeah, because it just kept bouncing. What was the last one?
Yeah.
Reston?
Reston 2.
The last one was Reston in 2019.
Yep.
Did anything stand out to you at either one of those? Something that anything that happened to you guys or something that kind of stands out?
Not really, man. At that one. That one just seemed like it was more low key.
Yeah,
the last
Reston.
one. Yeah. I know we had and we were in the room with Bobby and everybody, and was it the neighbors or whatever? It was like, keep it down. It was bitching or whatever. We had to close the party out, leave early.
Did you do the thing when everybody got crazy that you would do the hands or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that part the most. We were, just trying to have a good time, man. And then you got, and I get people are trying to sleep, dude. I understand. You got that many people in the room, but everyone's just, Bobby's just like, you guys keep it down or whatever, man. But you can't help it, dude. In a room full of like all these people, of course it's going to get loud.
Half drunken idiots, like running around, like,
But yeah, man, I don't know. We had some good conversations there, and then that's when we did the picture with the Michigan crew.
Yeah.
That's when I met, I think, officially the Michigan crew.
Wasn't that the first year for the Michigan crew? I could be wrong. The first official meetup as a big
basically like with our shirts on and stuff like that, But we had I think I told you, Jay, that our first meetup was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago at the Royale with cheese.
Yeah.
You guys know about the Royale with cheese, right? From Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah. The corner.
It's even got the picture of him on the wall.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah. And I think they just had a meetup yesterday at the Royale. I couldn't make it though. I had to take my dog to the vet and do a couple things, Yeah,
I saw Jeremy B post something. It looks like they were having a lot of fun where they went there and then they went to Nerd Out or something like that. It looked like right after something.
Honestly, I haven't even I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So
that one was going to be so special for me because I got to meet a lot of these other cats recently for the first time. Like that was the very first time I actually really met up with New York Mike and got close to him. Him and Mike Rose. And even Eric Burgess, that was the first time I met EB. And that was funny because we were almost, remember that was the same one where we almost had to box that one drunk dude that was getting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
Eric
The one
talking
with Bobby
about
and all
that.
that.
Yeah. I was like, what is this dude doing? Does he not realize he's talking?
Yeah, because out front, it was out front, right, where the big hangout spot was, where everybody was.
Yeah, because weren't they like, where'd this guy even come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like drunken or something and belligerent, acting dumb.
Yeah.
Oh no! Does this guy not realize that all of us here are cool together and that? I was
not a good idea.
Yeah. Especially when they're all wearing the same shirts. Like,
yeah, right.
Like for me, for that one, like that one stood out. But what stood? I mean, it's cool to see everybody, but the little moments, the little shit that stood out to me the most. It's like when we remember, I've been working the Agos booth the last couple of years.
That stuck out to me the most.
And what was cool is like after we're tired of shit. We're trying to hang out with everybody, but being tired and doing that and working the convention all weekend, like you just want to kind of go back and chill. And I remember all of us going back to the hotel, like the hotel where we were at. And dude, we ended up ordering a bunch of pizzas, having beer, chilling out in the front of the lobby, just getting like wasted, eating pizza. And then hanging out playing Cards Against Humanity with Chris, you guys, who else? Maya and her troop,
Rob Milton,
and his son
Chuck,
yeah, and then who else? My nephew, right? Remember my nephew, and then Ian were getting along, and then of course Tyler Fulcher passed out like a bitch. Remember he was passed out behind everybody, just sleeping. And I remember the thing that made me crack up the most. It's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen. Is when my little nephew got that one card. Remember, you guys remember this, right? Remember my little cousin, or my little nephew? He was like 12, 13 at the time. Or no, he was 11. I forgot about
that. He was younger.
That was a couple of years ago. And he's like, Uncle Jay. He's like, can I say this? And I read the card. I was like, go for it, dude. It did. Remember the card said munch and puss, and he tried saying it, and he started laughing in the middle of it and shit. Just a little dumb shit like that was great. I remember when we made Big Walt get uncomfortable at the hotel room that one time. What was that, Chicago? The second year? Was that Chicago? It might have
had to be because I
it
don't.
It was Maya's room or Gort's room. I can't remember which one it was. And we got him so bad. Remember Kim, because Kim kept doing all the racist black ones and shit like that. Walt got uncomfortable and left.
Yeah.
And then what was it? Maya and I were doing shit. We were just going ham. And I remember.
Yeah, Kim was rolling with it, man. So.
She's awesome, dude. Love her.
Yeah, she is.
One of the ones I will never forget about the last one, the 2019 one, was when me, Jay, and a couple others had to help with the cleanup for the booth, and the whole time me and Darius were looking at each other, trying very hard not to come across creepy to Agabus smoking hot like relatives.
Oh
no! Remember when a couple of dudes that worked for him kept like hitting on the girls and they would ignore the booth? We're like, dude, come on! Like, who was it? It was Rob and I that were going off like on people because they're like, pay attention to your shit, like like his son was working the booth. And my nephew was helping. Like I remember asking Eric B. I said, "Hey, do you mind taking my nephew to the bathroom and stuff like that?" So he kind of helped out. So shout out to him for that. And it was wild. That whole weekend. Like I remember, and then of course his booth that year was more elaborate than what it was in previous years. So it definitely drew in a lot more people. I remember like. That line went all the way around the Chosen Prime booth and out the door. Like that line to pay for shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. And Chosen Prime, they do a great booth too every year. They stepped their game up in recent years too, so shout out to them. So, but
Yeah, their setup was pretty revolutionary when I first attended one of their cons, because I was like, oh wow, everybody else had just regular tables and stuff in the back of the table, but them it was
like they had the like those big glass shells, and then they had the product on the inside, and you tell them what you want, they'd walk around and grab it. So
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Agabus, man, you guys did a hell of a display at that last one, man.
Yeah, that was super dope.
Like the last couple of years, I've been doing it for him and worked for the booth, so I ended up missing out on some of the memories and shit the last couple of them. So this year, we got Baltimore, which is coming up here in a couple months, and we're pretty excited about that. And I'm really excited about that shit.
Yeah, I know.
For the simple fact of I only have to drive an hour and a half to get there. So
yeah, that's going to be longer for me. I think Kim said like 11 hours or something.
Yeah, because I remember we drove the Bang Bus a couple of times out that way to visit you guys. Dude, it was like 12 hours or so for us.
Yeah. Like yeah, it's going to be a drive, but hey, it's going to be worth it, man.
Nice. Now, are you guys going to hit Baltimore Comic-Con also? Like the same weekend?
Probably going to try to. I already put in for my days off, man, so it'll probably work out.
To hear back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we're looking at buying tickets for that Friday to go hit Friday before like a bunch of people get there, and then that way we have like Saturday to hang out with everybody, kind of wherever. So
yeah, all right, because Kim just gave me the papers the other day. Tickets are paid for, rental cars already ready to go, like reserved, and the hotel rooms already reserved. So we're all set basically.
Yeah, we got our room already reserved. Like, problem is it's like an hour and 30 minutes from us, and we were debating. I was like, dude, it'll be rough to drive back and forth all weekend during rush hour to get there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And the rooms are expensive up there this year.
Yeah,
like what is it? We ended up having to get a bigger room because my tall ass, like they had double beds. My fucking shins from down to my feet will be hanging off the bed.
I think we have the hotel we got for 2 days. It's not at the con itself. It's like 5 minutes down the street or something.
Yeah.
Looks like the total on that's like $244.39 for 2 nights.
Oh shit! Well, send me that hotel info because I was a lot cheaper what I'm looking at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no problem, man. I'll shoot it over to you.
Yeah, because we tried to, like, when Yule, if he's going to make it this year, and some other people, we try to room together to get, like, a cheaper rate. Like, dude, the one in 2019, we had so many fucking people in our room. We had, like, 12 people in our room that year. I remember my nephew slept in the closet. You remember that shit, Yule?
Yes.
He opened up the closet door and he was excited because he was still just tall enough to where he could lay flat in the closet and close the glass door. And yeah.
The irony.
Right. So yeah. Now you say that. All right. So what I'll do is real quick. We're going on like an hour and 40. So I'll just go through these stupid ass lighthearted bullshit and everything else that we saw. It's kind of interesting. This is actually kind of out your way. So let me share my screen real quick so you can see this. So out in Michigan, this company, I'm trying to figure out where in Michigan was this. On June 18th, what is this? Chayabogan River. Does that sound right? So they found a message in a bottle. It says, will the person who finds this bottle return this paper to, and it gives the name and everything, and tell me where it was found. This is November 1926.
Damn.
And they showed a picture of this bottle like this. They just found it in the river. It's fucking wild.
That is wild.
Like just weird shit like that puts things in perspective and everything,
Yeah, for sure.
But talk about putting things in perspective here. So did you hear about on Fox News, there was an emergency crew that was called for a drowning woman, and they pulled it up and kind of found out it was a sex.
Yeah.
So what it was, and you can kind of see the picture here, like there were rescue squad, like everything going on. And then you could look closely here at the picture here on Twitter, this person. And the picture. So yeah, on this picture, it shows somebody floating. Everybody's freaking out, and sure as shit, it was fucking butt ass naked sex doll. Man. I guess oh my god.
In a way, I kind of feel bad, man, because they get to come out and waste their time with it.
Well, it's kind of funny. Can you just imagine this? Somebody's like, dude, why would somebody waste this? Like, what would piss you off so bad about a sex doll to toss that shit in the river and just leave it?
To wash away the DNA.
Yeah.
It's possible that he was having a good time in the river and it just got away.
Maybe he was using. Maybe he was laying on it as like a river float, and it just got away from him. Or something.
Wilson, no.
I could just imagine like seeing that shit just floating down the river.
You had a bloody handprint on
it. Oh my god, that'd be so horrible. Oh my god. So continuing on here. So here there was a scantily clad fan in the Belgium-Finland Euro game. This woman had a very, very short shorts and a very thin top. And she ran out into the field just bouncing away. And people were flipping out. Look at this. Look at this. Yoursafe.wtf. And look at that. And it was basically it's a new type of Bitcoin type thing that they were promoting. So she ran out. I guess she really wanted to get people's attention.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that worked.
Oh yeah, it got everybody's attention.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of people getting attention, did you see that people are all like up in arms supposedly about Eli Manning returning to the Giants?
To do what? To play again?
Yes, I don't know. I hope not. Like, once you're done, you're done. But I guess not. I guess he wants to play again. Who knows? He's like, yeah. But anyway, and then fuck it. I'm kind of curious what Yule says about this. So, did you read this one about Supergirl confirmed her and Superman's secret power?
I tried to read it, and when I read it, I was under the impression it was their secret power was confidence.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is that?
That's
so dumb.
And then last but not least, we'll just quickly do this.
I'd be confident too if I had all them powers.
Yeah,
right.
So just to kind of give a quick shout out. So James Hong, I don't know if you remember him or not. He was in a bunch of different movies. Yeah.
Indeed.
So he's
knife, Mr. Burton.
Yeah, right. So the 92-year-old actor finally got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Oh,
that
nice.
dude's been in pretty much everything.
Yeah, he should have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago.
And he looks the same as he did. What the fuck are they got going on?
Low pad.
Yeah, low pad. Yeah.
Yeah. Like dude, I'm gonna look. All right, y'all motherfuckers are annoying as shit. Anyway, so not you guys, like
Right.
You got EE and them just sitting there blasting away in this like classics chat. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. Shout out to that chat. It's pretty fun in there. There's a bunch of people in there. So. just to kind of give an idea. James. Dude, he's been in pretty much fucking everything. He's been in Kung Fu Panda, Big Trouble in Little China. He's been in 45 films. Oh, remember him in Golden Child? The dirty, we're picking the boogers and shit. Like, let's see, what else was he?
Dear brother Noomsay.
Dude, he was in. Oh my god, he was in some of the Bloodsport films. Here, let me share my screen so you can see this real quick. This is pretty wild seeing this. So, dude, he was in a movie in '79 called Teen Lust. That shit'll get you fucking 10 years just by saying that. Like,
oh, that's right. He was in Blade Runner. He was one of the eyeball guy, I think.
Yeah, he was in Wayne's World 2. Like, look at this.
Missing in Action.
Yeah, Safe.
R.I.P.D.
Dude, all of those. Dude, he was in The Soul of the Dragon just recently. Revenge of the Nerds 2. Look at that.
That's right. The Perfect Weapon.
Dude, he was in Ninja 3 Domination.
That's right.
That movie's the shit back in the day. Love that.
The Art of War.
He's in the tunnel.
Gladiator Cop. Yes.
Oh my god, I forgot
these
about
90s classics that I used to watch.
They're so bad. He was in The Shadow too. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's been in everything. And 92 years old. Give it up to that dude. 92, still doing shit. And damn,
two girls with dragon green eyes.
yeah. That's funny as shit. Computer's freezing for a second.
James Holmes is what's up. Quietly just getting these positions, these jobs done, and being memorable in all of those situations, man.
Oh my, Shanghai Kiss. Wow, I don't remember that. That sounds like a bad porno.
Oh.
All right, here we go. All right, Yul, did you get that?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we're about to hit the 2-hour mark.
It's about to hit 2-hour arc anyway, so we'll go ahead and kill it for the minute. So.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris, for showing up. I'm finally glad to have actually met you and talked to you. I've always seen you guys in the conventions, but never really, got into in-depth conversation or anything. I tend to get shy when couples, come to come together and stuff. So
for sure, bro.
But so we're we spent a good time. This is a really different episode. A lot of it has to do with what Mike meant to us, so and it's been a real tough week, so much so that it was one of those times when even it was hard for me to celebrate, simply out of proximity from everybody else. It'd have been different if I was in the East Coast with y'all. I have a feeling that I would have been able to hey, let's go, celebrate for real. But when you're out here, and I feel like where I'm at, I feel like I'm in an island all alone in San Diego with these kind of things. And I know that Caleb is around, but me and him haven't exactly developed the same kind of relationship that he's developed with everybody else in that side of the world. And it's not that we ain't gonna try. It's just we've just never had enough of those close moments in the cons to get really deep yet. But at some point, I feel that it'll get there. We just haven't had enough convention moments,
This whole last year's been throwing everybody through.
Yeah,
I know.
And so as I'm rambling, but
no, you're good, dude. Like the whole episode with this was to remember the good times with everybody, because you never know. Like what happened with New York Mike, you never know when it's going to be your last.
Yeah, because I didn't expect that to at all. When it happened, it just I was in absolute denial. No way, we're going to hang out at night, and he's just going to show up like always, and just.
Yeah.
Boy, yeah, where can we find you first and foremost, Chris? Like, where can you find?
Well, in my rock crew, Michigan Realm of Collectors, also known as the just call us the My Rock, man. You know, you
Nice,
find us
nice.
there anytime. You guys know Eric Burgess. You know, he's
Jeremy
part of the
B.
crew. Matt Brozier, Jim Hogg. You know, all the good fellas. Jeremy Bennett.
Wolf,
You know,
Anthony,
yep,
yep.
Wolf. Sideswipe523 is my gamer tag on Xbox. Send me friend request. You know, just make sure you send me a little paragraph stating who you are, so I know who I'm accepting a friend request from. But yeah, man, you guys can hit me up on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Yep, anytime, man. You guys want to talk? Anything? Send me a PM.
And you see him at the conventions too.
Absolutely, every one of them, except
Yep.
the Canada ones.
Yeah.
Even though they're probably like 5 hours from my house.
The close.
Yeah, they're what? You know what's crazy? That Canada one is 8 hours for me.
Yeah.
Dang.
8 hours. That's it.
It.
It's
Kim
wild.
said something about 2.5 hours for us, but I'm like, I think it's like 5, like Chicago.
Mm,
Yeah, because Chicago's 5 hours from us.
lucky.
What about you, Jay? Tell the rest of this.
Oh man, you can find me as Jason Lowry in the Facebook groups. You can find me here every recording with you guys every Sunday, uploading every Thursday. You can find me same with my gamer tag. It's actually Clutch2345 on Xbox. You can find me in the groups as Jason Lowry. Instagram, same thing. Also on the Roman Collectors page. Shout out to all those guys and their shows, BTM, ETR, Shelf Gravy, and all that. They're
Cool
all my
Table
friends
Network.
over there. Bobby and all them, Nerd Rage, Defending Our Myth and Heroes. Shout out to all those people.
Hey,
And-
I didn't say my real name though. My real name's Chris Mayville for all you guys.
There you go. I was doing pretty fucking good about not doing it. I said your name once. So.
Yeah.
But shout out to Chris for coming on. You're a good friend of ours. You and your lovely wife, Kim. So, you're like our, convention buddies. You know what I mean? So, thank you again for coming on.
Hey man, no problem. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Always. And you're welcome back anytime. Even if she wants to come pop on sometime, she's welcome.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Just let her know that.
I will. I'll tell her.
But that is it for me. What about you, Coco Smooth?
Well, you can see me lurking every so often on Facebook, but not as much because I'm too busy making videos at my YouTube channel, Coco Smooth 619, and Coco Smooth at Instagram. But mostly you'll find me here with Jay and the rest of the crew at The Nerds Have Spoken. And with that, the nerds have spoken.
We out. I love it when you do that shit. You and I always catch you guys next week.